Hello everybody, my name is Negustita and today we're going to have a special reading. So before we get started, I always suggest whether you want to read for yourself or you read for a friend or just reading in general, it is always a good idea to cleanse the space before you get into the reading. What I've noticed is this helps me set such a clear intention of what I am willing to receive and what I'm not willing to receive, especially because like when you use things like tools of divination like tarot, it's kind of like a portal and any and all information can come through, but not all of it is coherent, especially if you're asking about a situation. So I also reset the deck. I try to do that pretty often, although I don't. It's just a good practice to have though, with tarot cards and whatnot. But yes, I've set the intention of clearing this space to invite in positive energy, to let go or to just banish negative energy or transmute it, heal it. All right, just so that it's not what we want to focus on, and also 111 on the timer. So I feel like, and I saw the Ace of Cups when I split the deck the first time, so I definitely feel like there's something here about like a new love coming in for a lot of us. What makes this reading special is that it feels very clear. It's kind of like new moon type of energy where like, you know, do you know what I mean? Like a fresh start. A fresh start. We may be revisiting old problems, but we will not be taking in the same habits. All right, so let's get into the reading. So what does Spirit want to relay to us today? So we got the Star card. Now it kind of just flopped, but I kind of feel called to take it in the upright. So there is some sort of healing that we're doing right now. There's somebody in our energy who may be doing this healing if it's not us. We've got the five of Wands. And then we got the Knave of Chalices. And then we got the Knave of Chalices, or the Knave of Swords in reverse. So I literally, the funny thing is before I did this reading, part of the reason why I did an energetic reset on the deck was because I wanted to look for all the Knave cards, because I wasn't quite sure what their purposes are. Like, you know, what they do. And I literally just finished reading these. So, and I like kind of gave myself like an interpretation. So knaves in this deck are a lot like pages. In the sense that it's kind of like it's like the way I kind of took it is like these are established gods and goddesses. Well, actually, they're all goddesses. This is if you didn't know, this is the Universal Goddess Tarot deck. So they're all goddesses in their own right, but a lot of them they're less known, and these knaves kind of have a purpose of like, I want to say they like highlight things about ourselves. Okay, things about ourselves that we may kind of that goes unnoticed when we are focused on other people, or when we are, I want to say too, like, I get the sense the people I'm reading for right now are kind of like, I want to use the word like higher ups. Like, I don't know if you're like a CEO of a business or something, or if you have your own business, or like, I see the collective I'm channeling for right now as somebody who's very like, I want to say like well established, or has the potential to be, if you're not already there yet, just somebody with pages, it's a little bit more than just potential. Okay, it's a well-built resume along with potential. I feel like for a lot of us, we could, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like the way that my stuffed animals are in the background kind of bothered me. Anyways, but I get the sense that we're like a collective of people who are kind of maybe already famous, like, I don't know, and we are being called to these traits, these less, they're not shadow traits, but they're like hidden traits. Like, you can be this knave of cups. You can be this very childlike, innocent, just somebody who comes out of nowhere to fill other people's cups. And maybe just as quickly as you fill the cup up, you leave, but you still show up in other people's lives as this joy. And then we got this page of this Knave of Swords in reverse. So this is like somebody who's been using maybe like manipulative, underhanded, just maybe even done some childish things to get their way. Like they use a lot of tactics that can be a little shady, but remember, like, I feel like right now what we're healing is both of these things. So you are not only this wonderful person, but you also have a tendency to be a bit manipulative, to be a bit childish, to get your way by maybe fibbing every now and then. Like, you're not perfect, but you don't need to be. And I think what Spirit is highlighting here is kind of how these ways can be a bit destructive. All right, like if you're not careful, you can overfill other people's cups and not leave anything left for yourself. And also, if you end up in a place where you feel like your cup is empty, what are you gonna do next? You're gonna go to this like Knave of Swords energy where you're kind of lying to people, you're manipulating behind the scenes. Like, you're very slick. I feel like you're very slick with the ways that you go about manipulating people. But I feel like right now we're at a place where we are healing. We are healing those things about ourselves. That's what the Star card is about. I feel like there could have been a recent trigger in your life that like it could have been a conflict with somebody. Maybe somebody pointed out this side of you that you usually cover up with this side. But I feel like there could have been a situation for a lot of us where we felt cornered somehow. But understand, if you felt cornered, here's what I'm getting. I feel like a blessing is coming your way. You don't quite see it yet, but you are being tested. And I think the universe wants you to sort of like elevate from this place to receive some kind of blessing. And if you, especially if you feel cornered, know that's because you are meant to grow. You are meant to relieve some things behind and then move forward. Okay, we got the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. I really do feel like you kind of feel stuck, kind of feel unsure of what to do next, because maybe the way you've always gone about things is no longer working for you. And especially if you resonate with the praying or wishing or trying to manifest something new in your life, the manifestation can't come in until you release some things, right? So another thing that I'm sort of receiving right now is this like idea of in order for planets to exist, right, they have to take up space. And let's say this consciousness that we know as God is like space itself. Like the vessel of God is space. Everything that isn't living and breathing are parts of God. Then God has to be okay with the old being replaced with something new in order for us to exist. You get what I mean? And just like how God manifests us, we can manifest as well. And we manifest the same way. So you want a new car, potentially. I am getting the sense that if that was to happen for you, you would have to, I don't know, maybe you'd have to get rid of your current car. You sell it. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that unless you had a backup plan. But anyway, but the one thing you're not going to do is borrow other people's cars. You know what I mean? while looking for a new one just because you don't want to use your current one. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, right? But like, that is not what we're going to do. Anyway, I don't think that was the best example here, but I guess like maybe you want more friends, but the way you go about it is like you act very sweet, very innocent, very kind to these people at first, but really that's an act, and you act like that so that they gain your favor. But then when they realize that was an act, they feel betrayed, even if you didn't have intentions to actually hurt them, even if you didn't have even if you weren't trying to be manipulative. You know what I mean? It's like that is a manipulative behavior and you're being called out on it. And you may not really like that because, you know your intentions, but you got to understand from the other person's perspective, you're two-faced. as much as they may love you, as much as you may have good intentions, that is still concerning for some people. So, oh gosh. So 2 cards came out. We got the Hierophant in reverse, and we got the Temperance. I keep calling it the Awaken card because in another deck that they use often, number 20 is Awaken, but in like tarot, it's not called that. It's the Judgment card. So this is the Judgment card in reverse. So I feel like with the Hierophant, there's something untraditional about something that you do. Maybe it's a work environment. So it could be something you do for a living. It could be, like, I'm not quite sure what it could be, but there's something unconventional about the way you are. You could have like, and only take this if this resonates, please, like only take this if this resonates. You could have like maybe like a disability of some sort. I feel like there's something about your appearance that feels very unconventional about you. I don't know, but I'm not really getting anything from the Temperance card. It kind of felt like it just came out as a clarifier for the Hierophant. Not Temperance. I keep mixing it up. It's the Judgment card. So I feel like there's something about you that people misjudge. Yeah, I feel like it's about you. I feel like with this Hierophant, it could be the way you approach life, or the way you handle yourself, or the way you suit. Like, maybe you grew up in a generation where it was normal to be very, very humble, or you grew up somewhere where being humble, extremely humble, almost to the point where you downplay yourself, that people expect, and you could show up in those environments as very self-loving, very caring. I don't know, it could be something like that. I just get the sense that you are different than the people of your generation, or the people you grew up with, or the people you know. And then it doesn't have to be as grand as, like, or it doesn't have to be something that's very noticeable. It could just be a minor personality trait, or it could be something as big as the way you live your life. But there is something about you that people misjudge, and let's see why that showed up here. Why is the Hierophant here? And I think I will grab some clarifiers for the Chalices, but there is definitely some type of argument. There was some type of conflict that occurred recently. But anyway, we got the Two of Wands in reverse. So this could be about a decision that you chose to make or chose not to make. Yeah, there was some decision here. Or maybe, like, if this was about, like, let's say marriage, maybe you were in a relationship with somebody who cheated on you and you chose to keep them. You know, people could be like, why would you do that? This person cheated on you. But the way you do things, I get the sense that it's, I don't think it comes from a place of self-hate, but love, more importantly. But maybe you are pushed to love yourself more. Like, I'm not, like, completely sure what the cards are trying to tell me, but I gotta clarify for this Knave of Chalices. So we got the Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Cups. So this definitely could be about a lover. Yeah, this could, or a family member that you feel very close to. Who has been, like, distant with you, or you may even be in some kind of separation with this person. Okay, what about the Knave of Swords? Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Someone could have stepped away to work on themselves. Okay, what about this Seven of Cups? Okay, I get the sense that was a illusion. Somebody had been hurting you and you weren't aware of it with these two, with that combo that just came out. But what about the Five of Wands? Yeah, it was very crushing. Like, somebody betrayed you. And it left you energetically, emotionally, physically, spiritually, like, off balance. Okay. Six of Wands. Yeah, somebody came out of this feeling like a winner, and someone came out of this feeling like a loser. So what's this Five of Wands? I gotta clarify for the Five of Wands. Honestly, like, I'm not really sure what exactly is going on, so I'm sorry if this is like a confusing reading. But Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely a situation. There's some type of argument that led to like somebody walking away. And this person that walked away could have been someone you felt to be your soulmate. And you're in this, you or this other person is in this very kind of like dark energy. And this is causing somebody to heal for sure. Yeah. But there was definitely some trickery, some betrayals going on here. Now, I don't really get why the vibe suddenly changed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just reshuffle. I'm going to take these cards and I'm just going to ask Spirit, like, what it is the viewer needs to hear right now. More so than about the situation or whatever's going on. Let's see what advice Spirit has, because I feel like a lot of things is going on for this collective. And I feel like it's half of this is going to resonate with some people. The other half is going to resonate with other people. Bits and pieces may resonate with some people. Bits and pieces may resonate with other people. IDK. But let's see here. What is the advice from Spirit about what the collective needs to hear? So we have the Ace of... Finally, we got the Ace of Cups that came out. And then we have the the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So there's two things, but I'm going to grab a clarifier. What is this what is the Nine of Pentacles, Spirit? Can I get a clarifier for the Eight of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles. Oh my God, the Six of Pentacles. Jesus Christ. So it's some type of deception with the Seven of Swords. There's some type of deception that happened here between you and a potential like love offer. This can be anything from someone you texted and you never made it past the talking phase, or to a full-blown relationship where someone cheated on you. I don't know. But there's like this feeling of somebody was supposed to give to you. Somebody was supposed to give you energy, time. I don't know. And they didn't do it, or maybe they had you giving more than what they gave, but perceived, like, it's something about like you thought it was fair, but it wasn't. That's what I'm getting. And with the Ace of Cups, this probably was about a love offer. A love offer, a romantic option. I'm getting romantic option heavily. Okay, and what is the advice about this situation? I knew this card was going to come up. Okay, so we got the Eight of Wands. So something about communication, like make your peace with it, speak up, maybe even talk to this person could be the advice here about how you've been feeling, or maybe this person will be reaching out to you. So wait until then. All right, and then we got the Nine of Swords. Okay, why did the Nine of Swords come out? So we get the Five of Wands again in reverse. So it has something to do with the conflict. It's like, it looks like you need to resolve some type of conflict with somebody who betrayed you, who hurt you. And this person may want to reach out to you. Yeah, but this person does not have a good reputation. So maybe you might be afraid to reach out to them. I don't know, but I guess that's the advice. Yeah, we got the 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's definitely a sort of, again, defeated energy here, but somebody also feels like, well, with this Queen of Wands with the World card in reverse, I get the sense somebody feels, I want to say someone feels like they may have not made the right choice. Like what felt like the right choice in the moment turned out to be something they would grow to regret. That's what I'm getting, because with this World card in reverse, someone feels like they don't got the world in their hands anymore. Like they feel like they lost it. And with I'm like intrigued by the burning castle in the background of this photo. To me, I kind of get the sense that this woman chose her kingdom, her nation, so she burnt another empire. But maybe like the empire she destroyed or the kingdom that she destroyed for her people had like necessary goods. Like I'm getting the sense that it was like in the moment it felt like the right decision, but then after time did they realize like, oh, maybe shouldn't have been made. So I do get the sense that there was someone who betrayed you. That could have been who this like Knave of Swords was. Like an immature air sign. Or just somebody with a lot of air placement. Somebody who was thinking more rationally than logically. And it has something to do with like love. It has something to do with you thinking this person was potentially generous or kind, but it was a facade. May have even manipulated you into thinking they were a good person, but they're really not. Like I'm getting something about like something like that, and this person wants to be in communication with you, probably to undo some kind of damage, and that could have been what the Star card was about. And they clearly see you're better without them. Yeah, you were this person's like wish fulfillment. Now why they went and treated you like shit, who fucking knows? But there is something here about them wanting to come back. I think too, like they were being misguided by other energies. This person could be easily influenced. Yeah. We got the dang, I forgot the card again. It's not Temperance. It's number 20. Judgment. It's the Judgment card. Without like the angel in it, I like forget what card this is, but now it came in the upright. So, yeah, no, somebody definitely feels like, so someone's having a spiritual awakening moment from this like connection, leaving them out in the cold. Like someone is becoming like spiritually woke, because they're realizing like you were their ultimate wish fulfillment and they destroyed the connection. Though, yeah, I don't know why these readings always come back to this type of energy, but they do. Somebody was in a very manipulative air energy. Like someone was like, oh, I don't need you, I never did. And now they're like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have burnt that bridge. I like, someone's like, I wish I didn't walk away from this connection. Someone's starting a lot of sentences with, I wish I didn't do blank, blank, blank. And now whether or not they're consciously aware of this, I do want to say this person is like gonna reach out to you. Like someone is no longer feeling stuck in their head about why they chose to make the decisions that they did. I'm not even gonna lie to you, this person, especially if they identify as a masculine energy, this masculine energy was operating from this place of you chasing them. Like they were very much like trying to remain in their power. They were approaching the situation with a very feminine energy where they were like, you come after me. I'm gonna ghost you so that you double down on texting me. Like they wanted you to enter that type of dynamic, but I see here you never did. Or if you did, it was just in the beginning. In the beginning, you were like kind of like on this person. Like they like may have even had a ploy where they were texting you every day, so you got used to that sensation of them texting you every day. And then once they stopped, they were like expecting you to pick up the slack. And maybe for a little while you did, but I get this sense like after a minute you were just like, never mind. And you left this person alone. And it was something about like you not caring, like you remained in your power. Like I remember in the beginning of this reading I said that you come off as a boss ass bitch. Okay, you come off as somebody with their finances in order or their life in order, even if you don't feel like it, even if they're not actually. You have an energy to you where you're not struggling, or if you are struggling, it kind of looks like you're going with emotions of life. Like either way, you're in tandem with the universe. So it's like you just come off as a boss ass bitch. So even if you don't have your own company, you could potentially one day, and if you did, you would succeed because of your work ethic, because of the people, because your intuition is sharp and you know who you can and cannot trust. So with that being said, this person feels like they ended this connection because of their insecurities around you or what you brought up in them. Again, we got this Knave of Swords. So what I'm getting is like someone was trying to keep you in their energy. Either way, this person is definitely going to reach out to you. I get that with this Eight of Wands. I also kind of feel like you don't care. Like I don't think you care. Like after this person hurts you good, it's like you're like, imagine if like connections were like plugs that go into an outlet. You just pulled yours for this person. All right, your emotions to this person, you pulled the plug on them, and they know, and because you did that, because you left them feeling like they're out in the cold, this person is like starving for your energy, to be honest. And as a result, like, I mean, they're awakening. They're looking at you and realizing like there is this gap of emotional intelligence, of physical beauty. This person compares themselves to you in terms of like how attractive the two of you are. They want to feel like they're more attractive than you. But that comes from a place of insecurity. It's not, I mean, they obviously find you to be attractive. I mean, it depends actually. If you guys were in a romantic connection and you slept together, then yeah, this person 100% finds you attractive. I wouldn't even be surprised if they still think about you in that way. But this person like really self-sabotaged the connection, and this is something you're healing from, and so are they, and they're coming to terms with like why they did it. But one thing is for sure, they do not want to let you go. And also the reason why they compare the two of you in terms of like beauty is because this person again was in this sort of like feminine energy where they wanted to be pursued, and obviously they wouldn't want to be with someone they didn't deem to be attractive. But I think it's something about how much attention you got, and you may not even notice it as such. Like you probably didn't realize you were getting a lot of attention because that's just kind of like how life is for you. Or like this is what I'm getting, like you probably like, it's not like when you get dressed up to go places and you get dressed up to do things, you don't really dress up with the intention of getting people to notice you. You just wear what you like, and you like what looks good on you, and you know what looks good on you, and you're other people are not blind, and they'll notice that you look good, and they'll pay you compliments, more compliments probably than this person gets in a week. You get in one day. And not only that, but it's your normal. So it doesn't make you go, like, you don't talk about it for hours afterwards. You're not like super like bothered or like happy about it. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's really sweet this person said that. I agree. And that kind of energy, I think, ultimately triggers this person because they have a lot of insecurities. They have a lot of things they need to heal within themselves. And it's not as though it's your fault for getting attention, especially if this person ever tried to make you feel as such. Just know that it's their own insecurities that caused them to self-sabotage. They literally walked away from you because they were like, somebody has to be the prize here, not realizing it was you the whole time. Okay, so we got another card that came out, and it is the Chariot. The Chariot. So yeah, this person is, I mean, with that being said, they're still planning on coming towards you. I want to even say they feel guided towards you. They feel guided towards you. Like, the universe won't let. Anyways, it's as though the universe, I mean, in the way that their energies, like, convey in it, it's like the universe won't let them let you go. Yeah. With the Two of Cups in reverse, it kind of does give me the sense that there's, like, issues of compatibility between the two of you. But, yeah. Okay, now I'm starting to see what's going on. Alright, we got the Five of Cups in reverse. Just more of the same. Somebody feels very sorry. Somebody wishes they could turn back time. Someone also feels like what they had to offer you wasn't gonna be enough. And so it cues self-sabotaging behavior. But with the Empress card in reverse and this King of Pentacles in reverse, let's see what these cards have to say about it, actually. So wait, let's read the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, yeah, okay, actually, these cards don't actually give explanation. Like, they don't explain the meaning of the cards. They just explain like who's on the card, which I feel like doesn't really, I mean, the way I'm channeling, it's not quite necessary to know who's on the cards, but more so the energy of, like, what the cards are trying to convey. Yeah, this person kind of felt like you weren't. Now, take this if this resonates. This person has probably been around a lot of dark feminine energies. This person has probably been around a lot of manipulative and selfish women, especially during their adolescence. So they kind of took you as someone like that. Even if you didn't display any of that energy, you didn't do any of those manipulative traits, this person just assumed because you were beautiful, because you were very independent. Like, they saw you as highly independent. So what do I mean by that? I get the sense the people watching are not necessarily the type to consider themselves as highly independent, because you do still rely on other people. Like, maybe you buy your coffee at, like, your favorite, like, coffee shop every day at a certain time, but in your mind you're like, well, that makes me dependent to get coffee from there, right? But in reality, you can buy your coffee from anywhere, and at any point in time you can pick up the skill to make your own coffee. But if that's, like, the most you feel rely on other people, maybe you even live with your family, maybe you live with your parents, so in your mind you're like, there's no way this person should perceive me as highly independent, especially if you're looking to be in a relationship. That right there is proof that you do, or in some shape or way or form, kind of dependent on other people. But in this person's mind, you don't need them. You never did. You were fine before they showed up, and you're gonna be fine after they leave. That's why they see you as highly independent, because this person has been around a lot of feminine energies that chase and pursue out of a desperation, out of a need, and you've never needed them. And in the beginning, if you did kind of felt like you were in the chasing position or the pursuing position, that's because you had questions. You're like, why did you act like that? Why did you do that? Like, why did you say that? Like, why did this happen? But it wasn't because you needed this person. It wasn't because you, after a certain point, I feel like you lost interest in that way, and you were just like, why would you do this? Like, you really hurt me type of energy. But this person has just been around a lot of toxic influences, to be completely honest. We got the Knight of Cups. And with that being said, though, they do want to still offer you something. They want to offer you an unconventional... They want to offer you something, but whatever it's going to be is going to be very slow moving. And it's also going to be a bit like, I don't think it's going to translate to commitment straight away. Whatever this person does have to offer you, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot, because the Hierophant showed up in reverse. I feel like they're still in their manipulative energy. They may even apologize to you, but honestly, I don't think their actions have changed. Their actions are not going to change. When it comes down to it, they're not going to pick you. They're not going to choose you with the Fool card in reverse. So the advice here, honestly, is to just disregard them. If you want to be in communications with this person, if you feel like you're ready to talk to them and to get clarity, you are suggested, like, yes, do that if only you feel emotionally ready. Only if you feel it's not going to impact you too heavily. We also got this page, Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Cups. Honestly, to be honest, you are being redirected to friendship, to love, to celebration. That's what's going to give you your ultimate fulfillment in life. Is going to be focusing on the things that are stable and reliable. Because this person is not those things. They're still not in a head... I'm not going to lie to you. There's two sides to them. And if you can't love them both authentically, it is probably better to leave this person alone. Or to just make it clear, like, hey, I get that maybe you want to start something up with me, but I am not interested. You can speak your piece with me, though. We can do some healing here together. But I am not interested in whatever you have to offer me in terms of romance. I'm interested in closure. I'm interested in healing. That's what I'm interested in. And if that's not what you have to offer me, then I do suggest you talk to other people, because I'm not interested. Which would be an ego kill for this person. It could be what they need, but either way, make your boundaries firm and strong in terms of like where you stand. This person will probably still try to love bomb you, but they want you in a position where they don't feel committed to you, that they want you in a place where they feel like you are chasing after them, and they have this awareness of why they're left out in the cold. They know what they did was wrong. That doesn't mean they're gonna change it. In fact, I think this person knew from the very beginning. They had all these toxic influences growing up. They probably have a sad sob story as well, but that they're not gonna change. It is giving heavily like, I'm not gonna change ever type of vibe, which is really a buzzkill. But anyways, everybody, that was your reading. I hope it helped. Sorry if it's kind of lame. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just reading the cards and the energies, though. But never forget that you're this Queen of Cups. Never forget that you are so nurturing, so empathetic, so caring, so compassionate. You really do deserve the world. I'm sorry this person cannot give you it, but at least energy-wise, they're able to admit to it. They know that you deserve better. And it was no mistake that you had spent time with them, or that you had experienced whatever it was they had to offer you back whenever. But know that it would be a true mistake to continue to hang around thinking they had much to offer. And when I say much to offer, I mean commitment. I mean, if you ever plan on getting married, I'm sure one day this person would finally do it, but why would you settle when you can have the world? This is what you're gonna get if you pick this person. It's empty promises and not a whole lot. But if you pick yourself, which I think is what you're supposed to do in this situation, when you're honest with yourself about what you want, what you would prefer, that's when you meet the love of your life. That's when you meet the right person. That is when things are in alignment for you. And know that the one that you're supposed to be with is not going to be someone who plays games with you. Not unless you play games. Okay, I'm going to be so for real. Oftentimes our soulmates are the people who match and mirror our energy the best. But if this person doesn't truly mirror you, because if they ever did mirror you, it was out of manipulation. It wasn't sincere. They weren't actually your other half. They were just someone. I mean, I would look up narcissism. Okay, especially if you've ever felt like this person could have been as such. But yeah, anyway, thanks again for watching. My name is Negustita. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. And I do appreciate those of you who are willing to engage with the video by liking it or commenting or subscribing. I finally got 40 followers, which is a huge accomplishment for me, because I went from 9 followers, and 3 of those 9 were other of my spam accounts, to 40. So I'm big ballin' bitch. Anyway, I love you. Bye.